Sanmanani, Dumelangi Makaya. Welcome guys to what keeps you going with them jollies on our new YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Ikamalami
that was random.
What's your As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, my name is Tulisile Motawagamjali, and I am married to this guy sitting next to me. He goes by the name Mosagamjali, the author. Yeah.
Finally.
Yes, I said it right now.
Yeah.
So Sanamgela Bashali. And today we're gonna be sharing our thoughts, having a reflection on one of Idorese Sabanazo, right? Sabana interview no Sisi Uteboho Wawamahlanya. She came to the show, and I would suggest that before watching this reflection here, you go back to the video before this one to see what the whole interview was all about and Uzo Wutis Dorsake Besiti. So I'm gonna let Ubaba have give us a little bit of a summary. You know, today I don't know what's going on with this guy. Really? What's the problem?
I'm not getting.
Wow.
Okay,
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So, you
should. You should, so that you would get, a gist of what the interview is.
Otherwise, so so basically what happened, a high school friend, we classmate, right? The same job, but I sinus. That was so bad to be any sound
in high school. Okay.
Like what is a subject or whatever lectures are like.
Why?
Because most of them behind any sound.
Oh, yeah, I know that sound. That's with me.
There it is you block your own.
That's a bit funny though.
But yeah, no much. But it says
anyway, stage where he made
I'm a legend.
I was still a man.
Economics.
Wow, that sounds
because I think funerals are paid at all.
Yeah.
And imagine I'm told you have to be sensitive to that.
Okay, but
why?
Oh.
Yeah, I understand. So be sensitive to that. Oh, a lot. Mrs. Man. Find no mutam if no introduction to our call. To our lady Sanya together, understand the same mass type of thing. But yeah. Don't say booty. But this is
I get you.
Yeah. So I think that I feel like in outside the class. Yeah, but I feel like we have my brothers, my sisters. So my guys are city. Yeah, what's up? Bye. What about to do? I was no Kenyan and come beside that. Sit time, ma'am. You know
what, Nate? I feel like you have this impression that you give to people out there, ne? That they have this impression of you being the serious guy and stuff like that. I was like a tip in that. Your mom might be busy, but as a collab, let's get on with the program.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
I'm a man of God. So mangling upon the flag.
Alright.
So yeah, meet the late husband yake. Some which year. But for some bank, you understand us. I'm share put in your tough, you understand this? I understand. What do you need to suit?
Sinat.
Yes, yeah, it's under my emshadweni. What do you think? Yeah,
I knew you wanted to sing that song.
Pero umuntu angomthathe valve bafethu. Manje ukhipha le valve bashaya ngoma. Lezi ngizenazo ezasenatala zizwe. Bathi bayangithuka bathi ngisinahla. Bathi abantu babizufethu ngisinahla. No, basho ukuthi hayi usigaqagaqa uthondo nzima. But yeah, so uTebogo bahlangana nomuntu wakhe, mabahlangana bajele kamnandi now, but I think it was before about into fitness, so guy fit nan.
Yeah.
But we two bantwana
from different partners.
And told her, oh, this guy is really into her and uthanda nabantwana bakhe. So wathanda yonke lento leyo. Yeah. Same year wafuna ukuproposa uTebogo wathi no, relax dude. Access senze next year. And then again next year bashada kwaba mnandi yonke into yaba right. Yebo. So ke mase bashadile late husband yakhe bekumuntu transport iDAF. You understand? So behlala nje kunamakhola angawatholi kwenzakalana ngithola. Kube ngathi uyamfihlela izinto nini umuntu uyaphuma uthi yaku emshadweni. How mase kabuye uthi akayanga emshadweni akafikanga ulahlekile wayohlala kumngane wakhe uthi uTebogo makabheka ithombe ne bese khona intombazana belibele imfone la ngayibamba ifone wathatha amanamba wayisave makayisave le ntombazana ku WhatsApp le ntombazana igqoke ioutfit ematcha ihusband on that day but abashutanga abo2 so
what
the husband bekayenza his and hers apana
nomunye umuntu
akakaza menza nawe uTebogo his and hers so lento cabanga umuntu akuphuma ugqokile imbatata la uhambile ushuthi isithombe Westing nomntwana
guys
uvela lento ukuthi abantu bayamesha bashuthele nje same car same street just abeke isithombe nesiwana but traditional attire into eyi1 iyafana so makuvela lezo zinto ke kusho ukuthi umuntu kade bekho umuntu ongekho honest because he wouldn't be honest uyangambhekula ebetama yeah lokhunjana you are seeing things and stuff uyathola yahamba relationship kunaleyo ama trust issues uyathola until ifika ukuthi umuntu akhaza agule agule for isikhathi mabaya esibhedlela athola ukuthi he's actually positive HIV positive but luckily for uTebogo yena makatheza atholakala ukuthi negative uyathola so baya seku uthi if for contact beku2 and normal
for count.
The partner.
Yeah.
That's how bad he was. But ngenhlanhla yena bekangekho infected. So yagcina ishona kanjalo umyeni kaTebogo ashona ngengculaza yathola. So ekushoneni kwakhe ke nalapho kwaba nama issue ngomndeni ukuthi imoto yakhe iyabo bebanale ya transporta ngayo abantwana yathola because uthi uTebogo vele mabayithenga bayithatha ngazi ngegama likabani owathi the dead okanjani ngithola but now mase imoto kumele ibuye iqhubeke kusetshenzwe imoto sekayibambile babezana
so intervene ama in-laws now
intervene next so uTebogo grand tema kushona their son
but who took the car away from baba kabani
kwa the late husband
hence I'm saying in-laws
ngizokuthi intervene yeah so bekasangena seka yabo lethu uthatha izinto zomntwana ethu but bazenzela nje
low key
uyamthola yeah so kwenzeka lokho even nabantwana bebanga reach out ngithola so yeah kwaba yilokho story ke sikaTebogo kumele ubuyele kuso ukuze usithole mina ngithintha nje kancane but yo yeah naso sisethe
yeah so sure yeah that's
learned so what lokhunjani observation or reflection on that
you know what stood out for me as Tebogo is that I feel like most men I'm sorry by the way I'm in a room full of men and if I die just know no like seriously I feel like most men need to do like some work guys on themselves before try to commit.
Yeah.
You know, because there's this quote, I just forgot it, but it says, a worst thing a man can do to a woman is to evoke emotions without having intentions of catching her, something along those lines, you know. And I feel like that's what most guys actually do, because this whole situation, I feel like it revolves mostly around infidelity, right?
Yeah.
And as a result, you know, and asazi ukuthi system kaTeboho isebenza kanjani, you know, and she was lucky in that regard ngokuthi she was not infected, you know. But asithi umuntu ordinary nje, there's a woman out there who could have potentially have been infected, and ehleli yena ekhaya
and no mama, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing now. Indoda yakho find out later good baby
he was positive,
but because they're sick already, but estranged.
Estranged,
right? Akazange ayithola yena. Mase bahlukene. Uthi umama msu uyimi ngumregister ngamvulela ifile lo muntu. Sesidivorced.
Mama msi, by the way guys, because I feel like it's a confused about.
Oh mama msu.
This is
the first episode.
Another
episode
that we interviewed.
So now yabona due to infidelity.
Yes.
You
know, so most women, I mean, I think like my cases now, my cases are rare. You know, it's those cases are rare. So omunye uba positive, omunye uba negative, you know. So we thank God ukuthi situation yakateboho kwaba ilokho, you know, and she's still alive today to take care of, you know, abantwana bakhe. But Sega is single parent. You know, she has kids now, Mele I take care of, you know. So what would have happened if Buktiwa Naye were infected? You know?
And I want to be honest, I think, in status, because you can't now, 21st century.
Also, I feel like even if that was the case, because I hear these days, people who are dating before they get into, you know, being intimate, for disclose their statuses, you know. So as city we do that, and then we find out we were both negative. Then we get into this relationship, and then along the way, the other party decides which they're gonna go out and do. You know, I mean, the least you can do.
I even don't do that. Because we've had this talk before, and some previous conversations. I'm trying to relationship with a woman now positive, but to subject partner because this guy from global and stuff like that.
Oh no, that's really unfair.
So
that's really unfair. And I mean, there are HIV activists that I follow. And I mean, they're always preaching with guys, disclose. Give umuntu ilokhunjani ukuthi azenze the choice whether they want to be with you or not. Disclose your status so that umuntu decide whether they're staying or not, but don't play God, you know. So as I was saying, like most men, I feel they don't know where they stand. So I mean, it's ruining somebody's life really. Because ngifika la mina fresh ngiphume evanye ngibona ngihle kanjani. And then, you know, somebody just decides to mess up my life, you know, and I feel like it's really unfair. And I look at this gospel artist that I cannot mention. He was married to a former Miss SA, right? So I think you guys would know, but I don't want to mention people's names. And I always say to my husband, I really love that guy because as much as their marriage didn't last, you know, he knew I cannot do this marriage thing, and it was not even a matter of infidelity or anything. But what I realized after a year into this marriage thing, I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna be faithful to you, so I don't even wanna put you. I'm not even gonna put you in a situation whereby you find out I'm actually.
That's the easy way out.
Rather that than no. I would rather have a guy tell me, Sisi, I'm gonna waste your time.
No,
I'm gonna hurt you.
No.
Can I finish my point?
Okay,
yes. Rather than saying, I'm gonna be faithful, I'm gonna be which most of the time we know it's not the case, right? But now he was like, you know what? I know myself. And I wouldn't want to put you in a position whereby because you know yourself as a person, and in thing is as a woman I cannot change you, you know. But she was in his mind, he felt she was not worth him changing for. You understand? Can I finish my point?
Yeah, before the point then one cut the 9 I am with that same guy, right? Before Ungena bowungakazi ujole before uzobona ukuthi nenkinga yokucheat.
He definitely was.
Yeah,
rumor has allegedly he was dating I think 2 other actors who were friends at the time, and they found out that he was actually playing them both. So that's what I'm getting at.
Selfish.
Exactly. 100%.
Ushaya ingane yabantu uyitholisa umntwana ushaya nestigma sokuthi divorce.
Let me tell you what happens again. Then you know what you are this kind of a person. Ubekule situation whereby you had both you dated friends, and then somehow makambi isikhathi uyakhula, right? Or you think ukuthi ukhulile, and then you're like, you know what, I'd like to have a family one day. And then you meet this girl and you're like, this is the one, I want to marry this girl. But what he didn't do was to do the work. Because you know what, let me try to seek help, seek counseling, try to sit down with myself and actually have a meeting with myself. Is this what I actually want to do? Am I willing to let go of all these other women out there? And I think that's the part he didn't actually do, right? And then one get into the marriage. But still, I do not fault him for realizing actually no. I'm not doing this, So for me, I applaud the guy. Like that for me is heroic, because even now, I feel like the ex-wife angaba gutu, but the only thing that she has to deal with now is being left. But agana a trauma yoguti. He did this, he lied, he did this, because I think that is the worst you could ever do to a woman.
Standard. You could go back.
So and who worse because they are kids now.
That's the easiest choice to do. Give up. That's the easiest activity next for me. So give up and you food. Now, you see, as a society, especially umuntu wesifazane for divorce, she probably never made more very, especially about the scene ngoba bona abantu base KZN. I'm not sure about the part, but I know the guy. So umntana abantu kunefu nje manje limnyama ngenxa yakho ngoba bongekho sure wena uyathola. Second, athi soqhubeka sofika lapho la ufuna ukubuza khona. Second, yabona thina ngesizulu khona into ekuthiwa isicoco. Isicoco was some earring yasekhanda, some crown yasekhanda. Bowuphiwa mase uyindoda. Uyathola. You can be forward mawungana sicoco usesomfana. Ngenkathi zaboshaka. So isicoco bowuphiwa mase kuthiwa indoda. First bakuphi isicoco abakuphi isicoco ungaganiwe. So bazokuchuzela unkosikazi bakuphi isicoco. So imagine into separator umuntu umfana nendoda ngokumshado. Noma ungawina izinto engakanani bongabi indoda ungakaphiwa isicoco. So yini ukhona into ngomfazi eyenza umuntu abe indoda kuba yini yiwo lama challenges lawo. So mina indoda ezo give up ingakhona ukuthi yabona once ufuna ukuba disciplined enough uthi usad God makachaza discipline uthi discipline is being able to do what the situation demands instead of what you want. So indoda efuna ukwenza lokho emehlo nami mina sindoda indoda efuna ukuthi azini na inkinga enginayo na inkinga edala iproblem lami isishadweni wami, let me work on this thing. Makayeka angeke lokhu njani.
So
mina bengajabula kube uyibone angakashadi.
No, uyibonile yinyo mina. Here's my point. Uyibonile wangena wa taste umshado and he was like, no, I can't, and also I am not willing to do the work. Do you hear what I'm saying? He made a conscious decision. Yes, he made a no, but let us go show you. I could also argue with if I a ring. I'm gonna make a good wife. I'm gonna make, like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a symbol to say. But in fact, in Valelama channel.
You it is total.
In Valelama channel.
As we you it is total. Boni kwaso bengasi choice yakho uthi sengready mina utshelwa inkosi ukuthi now.
And how would he know which
ngoba into omele yazi kudala men who spend time as men bakhuluma, so you could understand each other. Hayi lento yamanje ngithi namanje abasafuna isiphumo manje ngiyaphuma ngeweekend ngiyobona abangani bakho yeah mina ngizosala nobani lana wala awu sengihleli ngisendlini sengiyindoda ye-WhatsApp sesigcina sesicreate i-WhatsApp group nabangani bami ngoba vele asisabona
vele pandemic uphuma uyazi
but dala bengasileyo nto leyo dala men would sit with men because akekho umuntu understand a man better than or enye indoda so they understood that they understood ukuthi you cannot carry a burden by yourself khona ibhadi nemeli carry my friend khona ibhadi nemeli carry family so now mangabe ngiexpect ukuthi yonke into uyithulile la khona izinto engingezi understand for example umkamba mfethu mina mangitshela story kayi1 that's enough manje yo makakhuluma nomama ke story si1 azosikhuluma kayi10 basichinje so I cannot do that mina mangitshela story kayi1 futhi angibi na animated ngiyakumamela so umuntu amufuna umuntu ozothi makakhuluma afake spice wena wathi hayi mina ngizenze lezo zinto
I want you to high five me in the
yabona angizenze zo high five mina ngibambe
okay so mina that's my opinion right
but kumahlalo lesibela ukuthi
yes mina I was saying ukuthi mangizagcina ngifike kule gospel artist right ukuthi I applaud him for that because I wish more men could actually have less of sibindi nje so ukuthi mntana bantu you know just like this whole thing ukuthi somebody as a guwe and then they sleep with you and then they ghost you you know make your intentions clear so 2021 if you just want to smash and go Isha, women are liberated now. No, women are liberated.
They don't get to smash.
How?
If they become honest.
No. This is 21, Papa.
But now, what you?
No, guys.
Papa honest, it's
because you guys don't do it. It's because guys don't actually do it. They don't actually have, you know. But like most women. Yes, most women are. Yes.
Okay, Tati.
There are women, ladies, please, the comment section, please tell me that. I actually feel like there are women who are like, you know what, make your intentions clear rather than I love you and then next weekend I actually think that there are women who are actually, you know, like if you want to do this, let's do that, right? So yeah, that's what came out for me. I just wish most men could just make their intentions clear. And if we are getting into it wholeheartedly, but if we feel like be honest with your partner, which you know what, I cannot because I mean in such, you know, events whereby now abazali sebayagula you know so limazi mntana abantu nje because when I was selfish.
Okay, here's my take on it, right? I think from having written my book, I was able to talk to a lot of men about the cheating, and I had underrated cheating, undermining man cheating emshadweni ngiyamthola ukuthi how rife it is like men cheat. The problem is now I think sometimes from start from a starting point is unrealistic. The starting point is realistic ukuthi men cheat, lot of men will continue to cheat, right? Why ngisho lokho? Because sibuya from a culture whereby before umuntu ashada iculture yethu beyithi for you to be a man kumele uzwane namantombazana amaningi. Sibuya kuleyo culture. So mina as a young man ngikhula ngina 16 you are already expected ukuthi ujoin namantombazana amaningi for you ukubonisa manhood yakho. And ayiqala manje sikhuluma ngento since umhlaba waba khona. That's the culture, that's the system we are born into. So for that system ukuthi iphume guys angeke yenzeke in a year, angeke yenzeke in 2 years, kuzothatha isikhathi. And I'm told, so I even write in my book that we should create ama systems because in biology yethu we should understand that's khona thina because of intelligence ukuthi sizothi soba committed to one path, but the biology yethu ithi shaya yangithola. That's the biology because uNkulunkulu makasidala we needed ukuthi si procreate. So if we were able ukuthi vele ukhona ukucisha isex drive yakho noma kanjani, chances are ngaba sikho sibaningi lesibaningi ngakhona. So uNkulunkulu bekenza lento ukuthi noma umuntu wesifazane ngamzonda kanjani ibiology yakhe izokuphusha toward that person because ngiyifakile lento le. So now generations and generations kuleyo khaya ichinja manje like for real ichinja manje in the past century in narrative yokuthi now guys let's have a partner one. And yini eshintshisayo leyo nto leyo kuma 18th century masengena ini abo romanticism, because one thing you should understand, love and sex were conjoined. You have to that. Love and sex were separate. That's why you could have ifamily ezoshada bathandane umuntu aqhubeka abe nama concubines esayidini bebanganankinga because sex was just sex. Sex but represent that excitement, it represent your desires, but bengabonwa,
which is like also something that I have a problem with, because ipa umshado, this what's the word that I'm looking for? You know this whole thing, you would see umshado yabora.
No,
then I'm gonna go out and look for somebody that I'm gonna have fun with.
Angifuna ukuthi masikhuluma ngento siqala khona siqale ngereality. Umshado awuqalanga because of uthando. No, that was not the foundation of umshado historically, yangithola. So now funa siqale from ireality esikuyo ukuthi umshado waqala maqala kuze uformalize, yangithola. So na Christian version ama Christian angahetheki mase sifika ku Christian version sizwa ku Adam no Eva, yangithola. But now masiphuma eEden ngoba ne agriculture where siqale ini farming. Farming yiyo ke yasifaka ku system yani ye patriarchy ukuthi a woman will stay at home, mina take off the kids, mina ngenzeni ngiyofama. But now mase sikhula, what happened to this farm? So that's when you say let's have a contract to say mina mangishona my offsprings bazoqhubeka neland yami kube yabo wa formalize kanjani umshado kwaba nama contract. So now uthando bengasi foundation yomshado. We can debate this abaningi if in a different theory ukuthi yaqala kanjani.
So basically umshado bo created shape a society, right?
Created first created with whatever thina siyenzayo now.
Kube nabantu okay. Yes.
Secondly, yilokho ukuthi ama interest ethu as a family and this ukusurvive kwethu. You must understand thina ukuthi ama human beings asifani nezilwane, ezilwane inja ngathola umntwana ne a year that child can survive without my parents up. Thina abantwana they can't. Umntwana ethu mele reach age about 21 at certain times funeka abe na 30 or 35 for them ukuthi abe independent, yangithola. So now umntwana ethu udinga a parent wethu abe khona life indakaza khulu. So for that ama offspring wethu ukuthi akhule, we needed to be together, okay, yangithola. So
so hence they could have this separate.
Yes, hence mawuya nokuhist mawufunda iBhayibheli kudala. That's why uthola abantu banama-side abo Samson, because bekunjani, that was the norm. Bengabona ukuthi ngathi ubreaker covenant yomshado, yangithola. So uthando no sex bengasinto eyi-one. Iqala manje in the 18th century whereby if you have sex nomuntu kuthiwa uthando. That's where the tragedy now starts. That's where we start changing things to say, actually, funeka ube ne partner one. Even now sex ube ne partner one. So in terms of kuyiveza sibuya kuwo wonke lama generation where it was normal for men ukuthi basleep around. So now we are changing that, and in changing that, akumelanga senzeni sithathe ngamawala. Yangithola. In my book I even try to we must have systems.
Sorry to cut you. I feel like you are not getting into why and what are the benefits of having one partner, right?
Yeah.
Because,
okay.
Yes, because I feel like you need to be fair.
No. Okay. No, uzofika lapho, right?
Yeah.
Angithi ngizamkwenza ukuthi nginibonise ukuthi why ngithi ukuthi into cheating is why is so rife cheating. Why igcwele kanje cheating. So abantu abaningi bayitshela ukuthi once mhlambe yabona thina esikholwayo once usindiswa your body nayo iyasindiswa. When Paul actually fethu uyakutshela ukuthi inyama ifile.
Yeah.
Into esindisayo it's your spirit, but inyama will always be. So if you don't create a system okustopa inyama, uzoba senkingeni. Hence uthola abafundisi manje phuma ama-file abo. Iyabonisa ukuthi noma ungasindiswa kanjani. If you don't create a system right ukuthi inyama yakho yangithola. Yabona mina I even go to an extent, for example, yokuthi there's certain things I don't look at in my phone just to try to strengthen i-willpower yami. Yangithola ngoba masowucheata sekulate. Lento le iqala kancane, iqala from you ukuthi mawudlula umuntu wesifazane olibona ujika naye. Libuthi yo Yo, uyathola. Awinaki le uyathola. But now if you are unable ukuthi udlule umuntu wesifazana omuhle, ukuthi ufocus umbone uthi mara I won't look at her. If you can't master that, so uqale songene ku trap. If you can't ukuthi mawuse phone yakho uvela ama ads wabantu abangcono ukuthi udlule kuwo. Uyangithola. Kancane you are giving away your willpower. So when masofika ku moment ukuthi uchite, ibody yakho ayisenamandla because awuyitrainanga ukuthi ikhona kumela lezo zinto lezo. Ivele yenzeni igive in. So into engisho ukuthi because sibuya ku culture, isystem be promote ukuthi amadoda cheat. Even namanje lokushini abantu abanima khona umuntu orealize abasekashadile ukuthi hawu kumele ngibe nepartner one. Like in serious ukuthi kumele ngibe nepartner one. Umhlabe sukuwo manje reality sukuwo.
Unless ubongele ku polygamy.
Yeah, I'm told. No, not ku polygamy per se, but kunalento le uyazi now if I were to cheat on you, moyo kubazali bakho ne. Uyazi now ucamba bazothi umusi. Or bazothi mntanami. Uyabaza amadoda, isifo samadoda. Which one do you think they will say? Masingathi sibiza meeting manje bathi ukuchithela. Do you think abantu bangamangala ukuthi hawo ufuna ungishiya umshango wokuchithela bazothi manje isifo samadoda?
Well, I feel like now even like abazali manje they're not having it. Okay, singasho ukuthi abogogo bethu, ne? Abogogo bethu they had leyo nto leyo ukuthi mntana mbekezela, mntana uzoyithola phenye indoda uma umshiya lona nani. But now our parents, the generation in Tennessee, I feel like nabo because by baba a victim yalezinto, they don't want to see us get into the same trap.
So yeah, bona seyaqala manje. So into ebe instilled in us for thousands of years. Izothatha process and into abantu engifuna bayazi. If umuntu wakho uzwana naye, create environment ukuthi how do we deal with those things? Umuntu wama tempted to feel tempted, how do we now ube iphatha lo ungathi uzozibonela.
And ibe vice versa, right?
Uyangithola. Iba vice versa kanjani ngithola. So
because I feel like men like to be understood kakhulu as if by a special case.
No, as in
there's nothing special about men because there are women who actually do these things.
As in kumela
so ufuna ibalance. Ngiyakuzwa mina I get you.
Ibalance ne. But kumela phezulu ukuthi historically men yibo bakumele benze lokho.
But I have a problem with that notion. Like seriously, if you guys are saying it's men who cheat the most.
But
who are these men cheating with?
True that, right? But cheat nabantu besifazane.
So
but lo muntu besifazane achitha na achaza ukuthi ushadile ku relationship.
Doesn't matter.
Asibuyele ku
fact of the matter ukuthi uchitha nomunye umfazi.
Okay, asibuyele kulabantu esiba interviewile now.
Yes.
Kulama interviews now. Akekho uyawa mention ukuthi indoda yakhe chithe nomuntu oshadile. As much as kuomunye umfazi, but akashadanga. Yamthola.
Abazi.
Basho kanjalo. Akakazathi wachitha nomuntu oshadile. Kulabantu ngema comments ngesibe nawo uyathola. But ke lokho singangena ku connect. So into engizamkuyenza ukuthi because nina bebanipusha ukuthi nibe faithful abantu besifazana. Uyathola.
Satrainwa kanjani?
Na trainwa kanjani? Thina satrainwa kusingabi faithful. So you understand why kini sizothi ingeke ibe as rife as it is in men because thina system ye patriarchy si victim yayo yasitshela ukuthi indoda namanje if umuntu wakhe yahlupha iyangaphandle uyathola. So now into ekumele yenzeke guys, let's create ama systems sisonke ukuthi how do we combat it. Yabona I even go to the extent AA ngenza example AA ukuthi ku AA for you to get over addiction uba nomuntu abathi sponsor. Lo muntu oyisponsor umuntu ohlale available at any time where you feel tempted ukuthi uyophuza utshwala. Uyamfonela ukuthi dude I cannot deal with this. Uyathola. So as a madoda you cannot fight this by yourself. If you try to remain faithful, one ukhuleka, you will never.
But let's also celebrate men who are actually faithful. Can you actually do that for once? There are men who are really trying to be better men, to be good men, and I feel like sometimes as women we like put them all in the same.
How say how is Baning?
So yeah, let's try to celebrate Laba Bazama, you guys. You know, like you have said, you know, the difference in our biologies as men and women. You know, so yeah, I think that's what needs to happen.
And then inside, right? Because for Casablanca, I'm promoter, but a men. Understand this, right? But in the corner,
nothing justifies that.
Yeah, that's corner manje. nalokugula okukhona nazonke izinto ezenzakalayo and na yonke ipain ilethayo emshadweni. As much as ngi-faithful and trying by all means to remain that, ngiyazi ukuthi akukho lula and it's not easy as the hardest thing to do to go against your biology. It's when you get married, it's only your man that's conscious of that decision. Umzimba wakho ubona iskete but to be able to train your body to say no to stuff. You know, sometimes I even get to my fasting by myself, right? Just to be able to uncinca umzimba wami izinto ezifunayo. Just I'm able training I'm training umzimba wami ukuthi ukhona ukuthi next time should there be another temptation. If ngiyakhona ukutraina ukuthi ungadli ekseni, ungadli emini, uyangithola. Should uchaza ukuthi I can be able ukuthi noma sekuvela izinto ezi-attacking inyama yami, uyangithola. So but being faithful for me, guys, kuletha ipeace emshadweni wakho, kuletha nawe but 60% of your life or happiness enjabula is dependent on your relationship. So now
happy wife, happy life.
Uyangithola. So if ni happy nomuntu wakho, if kumnandi uba productive, ngiyakhona I was able to finish my book nginemsebenzi engiyenzayo because mangifika ekhaya liwom ngifika ekhaya la ngaliwa khona most of the time ngaliwa khona, uyangithola. So I'm able to do those things. So the peace elethayo, i-trust elethayo, uku-understandana, uyangithola, because there's nothing enza umuntu wesifazane abe loyal to you when I feel like you've got her back, uyangithola, when I feel like she's the apple of your heart, uyangithola. So zonke lezo zinto lezo uyazama noma zizima kanjani, i-outweigh any other option you can have. Any option ozakuyo ngaphandle izoletha inkinga. Izokuletha inkinga, izokuqedela imali, izokulethela abanye abobikinini. And if even uMahlane, right, discovered that actually umuntu wakhe has a daughter with that other lady.
Sure.
So mhlawumbe ungafuni ukuphila kuwo. Khona umntwana wakho ongaphandle akathola ama benefits wabantwana bakho abala medical aid nazonke lezi zinto ngoba ungaphandle umfihlile umbona ngabo December umntwana akasazi ubaba lona ufana Christmas kuzakalani. Okunye bathi Santa ne asufana Christmas.
America Santa simo states ibo Father Christmas. Christmas. Yeah.
But that's that.
So I feel like essentially you are agreeing with me when I say like most men need to do like to work on themselves
with the help of their wives.
Okay, yeah, their partnership.
Yes.
But also individually, like you were saying, there are mechanisms that you put in place to such situations.
And then when
so
the
I feel like
flesh gives out, I should be able to create environment as so conducive for those discussions. Ukuthi ngaba able nizo ukuthi babe, khona sise ngisebenza naye ne. I've tried all I can, but I can't. I should be able to have that conversation with you.
I think most women are happy with that part. But I actually do get it because I mean, guys, that's if you come to think of it, yeah, what would you rather have? Would you rather have your husband going out and doing that? Or having him being honest and coming to you and saying, I have a problem, 1, 2, 3, I'm tempted to do 1, 2, 3. You know? Because somebody said, I remember on Tata Jerry, was it Tata Jerry or Paul? I can't remember between the two. Was his sin is more iba powerless, my exposed.
Yeah.
You know? So yes, if you expose it, let it be known to her. But also I feel like there's a line to it. You know, when like constantly njalo, temptations was like, give me I feel that
yeah, so just another thing before Sivala, indaba yama in-laws.
Yeah.
Guys, the narrative yakhathaza, the narrative yakhathaza every time umuntu ashonele indoda yakhe, kumele athathele izinto, kumele alwiswe ukuthi uyongcwatshwa phi na zonke lezo zinto lezo. Into kumele ishintshe lezo.
And I feel like it's funny how it's always like my in-laws from the husband's family.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know why that is the case. But as we were saying, I think
Anita Madoda Maningi, I'm a provider, right?
Baziwa as a provider. So, and you find
in some instances, actually one I'm a provider.
Especially in these days.
Yeah, especially these days. Yes. But manje ngoba umuntu usifazane phela ngeke afika athi ime ngibhadala irent ime ngenzani ngiyamthola. nabantu esiba-interviewile uyangithola bayasho idor ukuthi at a certain point umuntu uhambe angasebenzi school fees nani so now umndeni uthi mama sekushonile indoda bafike bafuyile lapha bafuna ukuthatha into bafuna vele ekhale sabo uyangithola so into ekumele sitshintshe ngicabanga ukuthi abantu abanamandla yithi us men nabantu besifazane esimpilweni zethu asipromote ukuthi guys ama-will ayenziwe wenziwa ama-will nani manithathana guys awenza into iphelele ngokwesintu
ibe clear
and
also even if ingasingesintu right because other people they choose not to izinto lezo bayabazela home affairs and basayine lapho ke they say no akusenkinga because kuyaziwa ukuthi
umndeni othi asimrecognize
but certificate is tin which one has more power
problem le abantu base bafika bathatha izinto ne
but they're going to go the legal route and umthetho uzothi to provide a marriage certificate if favor this a marriage certificate I think you're at that point
but that's the thing injani yabo ifana lento ezenzakalayo zamaluthatha right umthetho before ungena those bathathile izinto abathathile amateksi so uthi ufuna amateksi umuntu akho umthetho ukuthi nawo abasekho omunye umuntu kubo awazi ngoba nenzanga izinto ngokosiko umuntu uhlala le KZN awazi wakubo uyathola or kule Eastern Cape so mase kashone bafike bathatha izinto umthetho Yesu uyavumela but makushone le indoda awukho in that
but
mind
babe isn't it the same as if gay ikhona incwadi lobola and they still do that still because incwadi lobola is to protect you also ukuthi mabefika bazothatha izinto zethu acquire together beclaim ukuthi yezakho manginale phepha lelobola elisho ukuthi nike nafika ekhaya ama witnesses nawo asho kumalume ukuthi abafikile bakamtshali bayenza 123 and asithi ke nina esayidini lakini bese bayaphika bathi no into zakabhudethu zange
yayibona ke lapho ikhulumeka kalula ngoba imindeni uqala emindenini ngithola izinto ozikhuluma ngamane kusala bomalume before ifika lapho ngoba bayarecognizeana ukuthi awumtshali neza ke siyakhuluma kahle manje into yenza ezopose ukuthi abazali manje yenza no2 mase bafika nje sokuyi problem ngithola but amawili phezulu kwalokho yonke into nayo accumulator guys awazi ukuthi uNkulunkulu angakukhumbula nini yangithola lo muntu wami ngiyamtshela ukuthi ama-weave akayenze show yafaka wonke ama-weave yasturele lama-weave yafaka phansi makwenzeka anything ingane yami izogqoka lapho kongena primary ne-weave
yes girl
so I think that's one thing.
I think the reason why we're tapping into it is because Uyo mentioned ukuthi yoba nenkinga nama in-laws right after her husband has passed up
and maningi people esoba now especially athethe abantu besazana where leyo nto leyo ingashintshile yabo
yes so let's try to actually sis protected inaqala right and also consider yourself very blessed nama in-laws are right but like we said ukuthi abantu bangaba right while sisaphila so too but asazi ukuthi kuyoba njani if one of us engasekho emhlabeni because that's when you actually get to see ama true colors wabantu because now kusancengwana ilento ukuthi but ke abanye abantu babe nenhlanhla kube right but sisho in those cases in those instances whereby you uthola ukuthi abantu sebajikela sebafuna ukuthatha izinto and things like that so I think that's the best way you could handle the issue yama in-laws
and I think one thing to add to confusing your culture right people need to understand ukuthi culture is simply a way of doing things engashintsha yangithola so abantu bakhuluma ngeculture bacabanga amadlozi which is two separate things kunosiko khona umuntu yabona mina ekhaya ngikhulisa ekhaya ubaba umuntu akanongoma kodwa kusumuntu wamadlozi kodwa umuntu ophakamisa iculture ukuthi umuntu omdala uyahlonishwa ukuthi awufike ekhaya endlini uphuza amanzi uma engenyawo ukuthi manihlele esithini umuntu omdala uyamsukela those culture you understand so now if isishada ngokosiko chaza ukuthi you practicing indlela yethu besishada ngayo bangakafiki abelungu mase wenza white wedding akusichaza ukuthi istyle iculture yabelungu epractice that's the only difference so gcina izinto kumele uzigcine into ekuba iproblem as much as singafunda kangakanani abazali bakho khona into abangeke bas understand so put your pride aside wenze into zo satisfy abazali babe content if bona umshado ba understand ukuthi kufike ekhulunwe ehlale do that ngoba inkinga ulimaza umkakho mase kwenzeka something mina kulimala mina kulimala nabantwana yathola for yini iarrogance yakho nepride yakho yathola if aba understand ireligion obuye manje you don't even need to make them understand right ngoba wena into yazi ukuthi obekele yona ukuthi hlonipha abazali bakudala
And that's it.
That's the only law when as a child obekele yona. Awubekelanga ukuthi uconvert abazali bakho to any religion. To into obekele ukuthi hlonipha abazali bakho. That's it. So if you can do your part, hlonipha abazali bakho wenze lento abasifunayo, and then sizambele thina soqala impilo yethu siyenze kahle yonke into. Singasolwa anyway, nomntana ethi makakhula makathi uya kugogo kungabe nenkulumo ezivela ukuthi babakho wena washoda yini washo yebo.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And ezinye izinto nemimoya manazi yes affect sitshela ukuthi ukuloya ukuthi umuntu ayenyangeni but nenhliziyo umuntu angafisele kuhle so attract wonke lama energies towards empilweni yakho uthola because wenza izinto ngokuthanda kwakho and being a mother and now being a father you know kunzima kanje ukukhulisa umuntu maqeda mama somkhulisile sakathola mhlambe any religion sakathi hayi landlini angisanizwa kusanandaba nani uzozenzela imathali it has
it does 100%.
So
so I think sizoishia lapho unless if you still want to add something.
Request money in marriage. Request money topic in marriage.
Money topic.
Oh yes, there was a request that came through, right?
You requested money, Buffett. I think we'll touch on that
in the next
angazi ngoba manje siqala ama interviews
but I think we'll have to make Islot and Jesse special on that because there is a special request on that. So definitely we're gonna have to work on it and see should say what they want. Remember, this is not about us.
This is us. Sleep mama.
Our Minister of Finance. You to get lavo.
Look, this according to that, we might decide about 9. Maupuma 9.
Yes. Yeah, we tell you we do but just here going namhlanje. If we are pemu, we be 5 randi. If we are puza, mzama ngetenda nyana, you know. So I think we'll get into it definitely. And thank you so much for that request, guys. Yes, kutaza nati to show ukuthi kunabantu siba impact tayo in that way, and we actually exactly are listening out there. So thank you so much for that. I think this is a wrapper here for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I like this part. And comment down below. And
shout out to DVC Studios.
Shout out to DVC Studios. Guys, for always making us look this fleek. So Sonbona, guys, in the next video, please stay tuned, guys. Content yinini. There are a lot of inspiring stories that I think you need to see.
She's a city bear.
She's
right this time,
this time at least there was I bang a random and dramatic.
So she's a city bear. Sharp of it.
So bye guys.
Done.
Small.
Hey.